Hello everyone, this is part 9 of What If Naruto and Hinata Run Away Together, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. The rumors were flying around Konoha. Last night a prisoner had escaped from the shinobi prison. Not only a prisoner, one of the higher security prisoners. Several Anbu had been knocked unconscious. Shortly after this, there had been a string of robberies in a lot of the stores. The clothes store, the weapon store, the food store, the general goods store. In short, everything required for a runaway shinobi prisoner. Since the breakout, Anbu now searched the village from bottom to top. Despite having half of the current Anbu members and a lot of the regular shinobi's help, there had still been no sign of her. Hinata heard the news as she and her father were heading to the Namika's household to discuss with Kushina and Naruto wedding plans. When Hinata heard that Horyu Hanon had escaped, she started to show only a little panic. Hiashi noticed this. Hinata, does this escaped prisoner have anything to do with you or Naruto? Hinata nodded. Horyu was the apprentice of Shinku Tebenasu, former leader of Satsuki Army. She had a part in trying to get the Nine Tails out of Naruto 2.5 years ago. Hiashi was silent on this. But what could she want now? Her master is mentally gone, locked up in the insane asylum for both his and our goods. Hinata shrugged. Maybe revenge. If you think about, maybe she heard Naruto and I are engaged. And she wouldn't think it's fair that we end up happy with her in prison for her crimes and her master in the insane asylum with his mind gone. Hiashi mentally agreed that his daughter had a point. He had read the report of the whole Satsuki Army incident. This would go right along with her character, especially the thing about her master. She loved her master, on an intimate level. We should warn Naruto and Kushina. The entire family sat around the table with grave looks on their faces. Shizune had just stopped by to the head of the clan, Naruto, along with his family, some very bad news. Horyu had escaped from prison. Not only that, Kana had also vanished sometimes this morning, the two Anbu guarding her unconscious with severe injuries. Thanks for telling us this, Shizune. We'll need to tell Hinata about this, along with her family. Shizune brushed this off. I'm glad I could help. After this, I'll be going by Hinata's place to warn her and the Hyuga family. Tsunade-sama has asked you to be very careful. Well, I'll be going now. Shizune bowed and left, opening to find Hinata and Hiashi Hyuga at the door. I was just going to stop by your house. I'll come by later then. Shizune bowed to the two Hyugas and left. Hiashi and Hinata walked into the kitchen where a worried-looking Naruto, Kushina, and Shinobu sat discussing something quietly. They looked up as they heard the two enter. Naruto cheered up at once, something which relieved Hinata. Naruto was glad to see her again, especially after the news he had just received. Hello Hinata. Did you need me for something? He offered them a seat and the two sat down. Saya and Shiro offered them some tea, which they also accepted. We just came over to discuss some wedding plans. Unless you two don't want to be married anymore. Hiashi gestured playfully, clear eyes somehow showing amusement at his daughter's stuttering. Naruto was laughing with them. He got up and put his hands on his fiancée's shoulders. Relax. I haven't suddenly changed my mind. You should lighten up. Naruto sat down next to her. Let's start planning the wedding. Hinata nodded. We don't have any special land or anything on which to have the wedding at. We have a lot of money, thanks to Minato's will. But that's about all we can offer. Kushina said. No worries there. You're still a new clan. We have a special lot of land in Konoha that is perfect for weddings. It's where I married my wife. Hinata knows all about it. Naruto suddenly remembered something. Hiashi-sama, while I'm thinking about it, there's something you should know. Horyu escaped from prison. Also, this morning, Kana vanished as well. He pulled out a report and handed it to him. It looks like someone helped her escape. I'm thinking that there is a chance those two will team up. Horyu will probably come after us. Kana as well will most likely join her. It'll give her a better chance to get to you, having a strong partner. I know it's not the best of places, but it's better than prison. Horyu and Kana sat around a fire in the forest. A stream gurgled nearby. Kana took the food Horyu was offering. Kana nodded her thanks, a little chilly in her prison clothes. Horyu had found a pair of capris and a tank top in one of the shops she had broken into. But she had only been able to find regular sandals, which was better than no shoes at all. Doesn't matter. I'm out now so I can fulfill my mission. Horyu handed the bag of clothes to Kana so she could find some better clothes as well. Kana found some and went behind some trees to change. But why did you help me? Surely you didn't do it out of goodwill. Horyu nodded as Kana re-emerged wearing a light summer kimono that was a light green color. Truth is we have a similar goal. You want to Kei that Hyuga girl that the Naruto Uzumaki is to marry. I seek revenge. I don't want to Kei him. Kei the Hyuga girl would be a lot worse than Kei him. Kana considered. To her it didn't matter what the motivation was. As long as they were never allowed to marry, how it happened didn't matter. And it never hurt to have a strong ally. Horyu was having different thoughts. J Hinata first, give the wound some time to hurt, then Kei Naruto Uzumaki. And he still had the nine-tailed fox sealed within him. She had no way of unsealing it but Kei him would still free him. The monster would s with him. But if she got in the way of Kei the Jinchuriki, then Kana was easy to get rid of too. Maybe she could somehow convince the girl of the truth. Kana, you should know something. Kana looked up at Horyu. Your brother has a horrible affliction. Kana's eyes narrowed dangerously. At birth, your own father, in order to get rid of a problem, sealed a monster's soul inside your brother's body. When he did this, he used your brother as as, knowing what kind of life he would lead because this act also Kei him. But the village still thinks of your father as a hero. What would you do to restructuring Konoha after this, to correct all of these injustices? They used my brother as as. Kana was skeptical but Horyu nodded. He confined my brother to a horrible life and was praised for it. How despicable. Is there any way to free him from this fate? Horyu held up 2 fingers. 2 ways. 1. A special unsealing jutsu. If we could rebuild Satsukiyami, it would be possible. 2. Kei him now. It would take time to rebuild Satsukiyami, maybe years. It would be easier to end his misery now. Kana was silent. Horyu patiently waited for her answer. If I had to choose. X. Horyu spied on the Namika's mansion from the trees. She had been here for hours with only one goal in mind. She needed to talk to Awai, a former comrade of hers. But she still saw no sign of Awai Masumun. Maybe Awai had left the clan by now. Suddenly she spotted the redhead. Awai wore different clothing now different from her Satsukiyami days. She wore capri pants and a tank top. A Junin vest covered her though. One thing different about the Junin vest though was it had her clan symbol on the back. The Namika's clan symbol was a swirl mark. Awai looked up to where Horyu sat spying on him from above. Awai looked to the deserted shadowy area near the garden and went there. Horyu got the message. The two met in the shadows. Horyu moved to hug her old friend. Awai resisted the hug. What do you want? Horyu sighed. You haven't changed in that regard, always going straight to the point. Truth is, I need your help. Awai said nothing. Don't you realize that Satsukiyami was right all along? Naruto Uzumaki needs to be taken care of. The only way to free him now is his death. Horyu suddenly found a kunai at her tea. She pushed it away. Shinku-sama was taking us along the correct path. No, you're wrong. That cold, ruthless man used me, controlled me against my will using a jutsu. I'd much prefer Naruto-sama as my leader now. And soon he'll have a ruling lady at his side. They'll be a force for good in the future. Horyu fought to keep her emotions under control. Fine then. I have no choice. I'll see to his death myself. Awai threw down some smoke pellets. As she ran away, Awai heard her say one last thing. I'm sorry about this, Awai. But I've no other choice. You're an enemy now. Awai coughed heavily and stumbled her way out of the smoke. She coughed some more and she fell to her knees as soon as she finally breathed some fresh air. She felt someone touch her arm. Awai looked up to see Naruto kneeling next to her. Kushina stood behind him. Awai, are you okay? What happened here? Awai let her clan head help her to her feet. Naruto-sama, it was Horyu. She has plans to see us. Naruto looked only a little concerned. Naruto-sama, shouldn't you be a bit more worried? Someone wants us. Naruto shrugged this off. And what's new about that? Even before I found my family and became the clan head, someone was often trying to see me. Yes. We'll be fine. I have strong allies who will help me survive. Arwai's blue eyes filled with shame and worry. Not you. The only reason you wanted me then was became Shinku Tebenasu had warped your mind. That wasn't you. Hinata was there that afternoon, as was Shizune and Tsunade. The Hokage and her assistant had been keeping a close eye on the clan because they had a suspicion Horyu would contact Arwai, which turned out to be correct. And Hinata was there because she heard about Horyu making an appearance. That afternoon as they all sat down for some afternoon tea, Horyu again showed up. She bombed the traditional garden they were having tea in. As the smoke cleared from the bombs, many of the people only having minor injuries, Kana was seen flitting through the trees watching. Naruto had the worst of the injuries, the bomb being aimed for him. Kana turned to flee when she saw that she had been spotted. Wait, Kana. Kana froze as Naruto called out to her. Monster, she called out. Naruto looked down on his body. His burns were healing already. No, this is a natural ability, Kana. I'm a human. I swear to you. Please come back home. Naruto held out a hand. You'll still be welcome here. Kana shook her head vehemently. No, you were once human. That demon inside you has taken over you. My brother is You took over his body, filthy demon. You K him just as you K everyone so long ago when you first attacked this village. I can't believe that man who claimed to be his father is mine as well. I'll have nothing to do with him, that lying scoundrel. But no, this demon. I will see you and soon. Kana's eyes started to tear up. Horyu was suddenly by her side. Yes, he will be. Allow me to be the tool of your revenge. I'll see him even if it K me. Horyu grabbed the crying girl and used the escape jutsu. They were gone. Naruto turned to his family. From now on, until I say something otherwise, Kana is now an enemy of this family. As is Horyu, needless to say. Hinata held her fiancé's trembling hand. That was a wise decision, Naruto. Hinata said in a comforting tone. I didn't want to say that. But I have no choice. This family is everything to me. I'll protect them. I'll protect them even if it K me. Naruto shaded his eyes as he stepped out of his house with Shiro. She wore her usual clothes and the light breeze ruffled the edge of her dress lightly. They were going shopping for some last-minute groceries for dinner that Saya had forgotten to get when she had gone. So now they were going together to help her. Shiro had gone at Shinobu's insistence, Shinobi saying that was her brother was extremely forgetful. And instead of complaining, he had welcomed her company. He kept an eye for a special surprise for Hinata, wanting to dearly thank her for sticking with him through all of this. He mentioned this to Shiro, asking her to keep the surprise idea under wraps so to keep Hinata surprised. Naruto-sama, I have an idea. Shiro stopped by the side of the road and petted some free kittens that were in need of a home. I've heard that Hinata-sama loves animals. How about this? Get a box, poke some holes in the side and a small hole in each corner of the box top. Put 3 roses in each corner and stick one of these little guys in the box. And put a romantic note on the top explaining. And later today, or sometime soon, plan a picnic. She loves the romantic side of you sometimes, though she most likely wants to see who you really are most of the time. It makes her feel loved and special, seeing you put so much effort into making her happy occasionally. Naruto noticed something about Shiro. She had picked up one of the kittens and was snuggling the kitten next to her. The cat looked as happy as Shiro. Great idea, Shiro. I'll pick one for Hinata. Would you like to take one home? Shiro looked up cheerfully at the head of her clan, who was smiling widely. Go ahead. Shiro cuddled the kitten she already had in her arms closer. This one. I'll name him Kai-kun. It's perfect. The kitten, now named Kai-kun, meowed contentedly. Naruto looked over the kittens still in the box and one with emerald green eyes caught his eye. He picked that one up. A light drizzle started to fall. The kitten suddenly meowed plaintively. Naruto put both of the kittens in his jacket to keep them dry as an old lady rushed out to pick the others up back inside until the rain stopped. Let's hurry with those groceries, Shiro. Shiro nodded as the old lady called out thanks for taking 2 of them home. They grabbed the groceries quickly and paid for them, quickly sprinting home to get out of the drizzle. They didn't mind, but the kittens didn't like it. Naruto held the two kittens up with one arm, as they probably didn't appreciate nothing solid underneath them. Thanks, Naruto-sama, Shiro said as she held out her hands for one of the kittens, a pure white one. The kitten, glad to be back in Shiro's arms, fell asleep quickly, purring loudly. Naruto got straight to work on the project and had it completed quickly. He wrote a note, kneeling on the ground as he did so. Shinobu made him jump as she approached and took the kitten he held, a pure black one, and tied a lavender ribbon around the kitten. SN. Mom wants to see you. I'll deliver this little one to Hinata. Go on. Hinata will love you even more when she next sees you. She loves cats. She put the kitten in the decorated box Naruto had found somewhere in the house. Now, she kicked her still kneeling brother in the shins, making him jump up. I'm going already. Relax, will ya? Naruto left the room rubbing his shins. Shinobu had a really strong kick. Shinobu walked over to the Hyuga Manor in clear weather. The drizzling had stopped by now. The kitten meowed in her box. Shinobu comforted the kitten. Relax, girl. We're almost to your new home. The kitten's only response was to stick a paw out of a hole. Shinobu gently pushed the paw back in. Shush. You need to behave or Hinata will figure out the gift Naruto put together for her. As it turned out, Hinata was the one who answered the door. She was surprised to see Shinobu at the door. Ah, Shinobu. How can I help you today? Shinobu held the box out to the Hyuga. She read the note on the top and laughed. She opened it up and the black kitten practically jumped into Hinata's arm. Ah, leave it to Naruto to suddenly surprise me like this. Isn't that right, Kuroshira? Hinata had obviously just named the kitty Kuroshira. Kuroshira meowed. Shinobu chuckled. I'm pretty sure it was Shiro who came up with the idea. Naruto's not a very good romantic. Hinata laughed with her future sister-in-law. That's true. Naruto is really tense right now though. With this whole Kana working with Horyu problem. Family is very important to him since he had no family growing up. It's really hurting him to have had to declare her an enemy. Maybe you cheer him up. I know. Go on a picnic together. Get him to talk about his past. It still burdens him. Talking about it will help him heal. Hinata smiled. I know the perfect place for one. Could you please make sure he's ready to go tomorrow afternoon, please? Shinobu started back to the Namikaze manor. Will do. See you tomorrow. The next morning Hinata rose early and packed the picnic stuff. She picked a light yellow blanket for them to sit on. She made the food herself, making some unusual rice balls that she had made for Naruto long ago, when they were still just newly promoted genin on a mission together with Kiba. They were shaped like his face and sure to make him smile. The rest of the food was normal shaped but still had love in every step of the making. Hinata remembered how quirked Kiba and Naruto had been when she had handed those rice balls out to them at the time. Hinata couldn't but help but laugh at that memory. Hiashi Hyuga watched from the shadows as he saw his daughter prepare the picnic. What was happening was unprecedented in clan history. The main thing he wanted to see was his eldest daughter happy. And she was so happy now. Suddenly Hinata looked at the clock on the wall. Oh no, I have to hurry. It's almost noon. She finished preparing the meal and washed her hands. She packed the food in a basket and ran off to her room to change into clean clothes. She had lost track of the time while preparing the food, while thinking about the days before her and Naruto had gotten together. They had come so far since then. Father, I'm going out. I'll be home soon, Hinata said as she ran out of the house. Have fun. Hinata knew her father knew where she was going by the tone of his voice and his smile. Oh, I will. See you soon. Hinata made it out of the gate and slowed to a walk once on the main road to Naruto's house. She was so happy now that Naruto had realized her feelings for him. And to think it had all started out by her practicing her confession to him while she thought he was unconscious. She couldn't help but laugh again at that thought. Hinata suddenly found herself at Naruto's front door. She knocked on the door and Shiro answered. A white kitten was in her arms. Hinata-sama, did you like the cat? Hinata nodded. Kuroshira is very happy, as this little one looks. Shiro laughed a quiet giggle. Yes, Kai-kun is very happy. These two, as in Kai-kun and Kuroshira, are actually siblings. I'm really glad Naruto is going out with you today. He's trying to hide it, but he's really worried about the trouble concerning you know who. When he heard about this picnic, he cheered up considerably. You two are a really good couple, a fated couple of destiny meant and made for each other. Hinata could guess who you know who was. It was Kana and Horyu. I'll do my best to cheer him up. Where is he? Shiro hitched a thumb to the living room window. Naruto sat staring out of the window into space. Hinata walked up to him and got his attention. He turned around slowly and smiled when he saw her. Hinata kissed him on the lips suddenly. What was that for? Not that I don't mind it. Naruto started to relax now that Hinata was here. That's the thanks for Kuroshira. I love her. Ready to go. Naruto got up and stretched. His clothes, surprisingly not his usual outfit, were only slightly wrinkled. In case you're wondering why I'm not wearing what I usually wear, I'll explain. Right now I'm not a shinobi. I'm relaxing. Would you like me to hold the basket? Hinata handed the basket to Naruto. Whatever you made smells good. And to think I have years ahead of me to enjoy your cooking. Hinata blushed at his compliment. Let's go. There's a really pretty area that my family owns. It's perfect for a picnic. Naruto followed Hinata as she led him to an area of the village that wasn't very populated. They stopped at a private garden. Naruto could tell it was private because of the large gates and thick, tall wall around it. Hinata pulled out a key from her pocket, causing her shirt to rustle. He saw the necklace he had given her there around her neck. As she unlocked it with her back to him, he smiled. Hinata finished unlocking it and turned around to look at him. It's open. Hey, what are you smiling about? Naruto grinned lightly. Oh, nothing. Let's go. He took her arm gently and led her in. Where should we set it up? Hinata pointed to a tall tree in the center of the garden. It was a blooming cherry blossom tree. This tree blooms a lot longer than the other trees of its kinds. We don't know why. She unfolded the blanket and laid it out. Believe it or not, this garden was a present to me when I was younger. My mom knew I loved this type of thing, so she arranged it all for me. But that was before she's a long time ago. At least I think she's s. I've never seen her, she's never been mentioned, nothing. It sure is beautiful. The couple sat down and Hinata began to serve the food. She brought out plates and cups and set them before them. She proceeded to put some of each on the plate. When she brought out rice balls, Naruto couldn't help but laugh. They were shaped like his head, whisker marks and all. Hinata smiled and poured some flavored juice into each cup. I remember these. At the time I was quite quirked. I really am dense. It was a clear sign that you liked me a lot, though I honestly don't see what's so special about me. Hinata pushed our cup and plate nearer him and took the other for herself. There's a lot of things special about you. One of the biggest things is how you never give up. Even when it seems everyone hates you and will do anything to stop you, you never give up. It lets others know that if they try, they can achieve the dreams, just like you. You always give everyone, except those who attack you, a fair chance. You don't judge. Once they give you a chance, you almost always make everyone your friend. Hinata took a breath. You're a rare person. Obviously strong-willed, otherwise you would have been like everyone had they had your circumstances. You still stayed positive despite your circumstances. Naruto held up a hand to stop her. Wait. He pulled a few kunai from his ninja gear. I always have this with me. With Horyu and Kana out there, I'll never know. I need to be ready. But it's not them I'm worried about at the moment. He threw them into a tree some distance away. There was a crash as someone fell to the ground. Hinata briefly got a glance of white hair. It was Jiraiya, one who Hinata knew to be one of the Sannin. He also apparently liked to call himself the Toad Sage. That's cruel, Naruto. Jiraiya pushed himself up to his knees. I'm doing research right now. Naruto pointed to the gate. I don't care what you do at the moment. For all I care, you could go peep at the women at the hot springs and I won't stop you. But this is a private event, Ero Sennin. Naruto retrieved his kunai. Sorry about the damage to the tree, Hinata. Don't worry about it. I would like to know something though. Why are you spying on us? Hinata joined Naruto at his side. I already said it. Research. I'm writing a book. The two main characters are based off you guys and the storyline is based off your romance. Jiraiya stood up now. Also, I'm to deliver a message. From Tsunade herself. He cleared his tea. Tsunade says this. When you two lovebirds are done with your picnic, I need to see Naruto. I'll be relaxing at his place, drinking with Kushina, until late this evening. Quote. Message delivered. Now can you please leave? Jiraiya gave up the battle. Yes, I will. But give me a chance to interview you two later. I want to make your characters accurate. Hinata giggled softly. Jiraiya noted something. You're becoming a fine woman, Hinata. Naruto's lucky to have you. Naruto didn't like the glint in Jiraiya's eye. Ero Sennin. Out of here now, you pervy sage. If I find out you're bothering my fiancé, you'll be sorry. Do you hear me? Out, 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 now. Jiraiya started to run for the hills, vaulting over the high garden wall with ease. Hinata got her fiancé to calm down. Relax. You're less because of stress at this rate. And at a young age too. And if you do that, you'll never become the Hokage. That is your dream, isn't it? Naruto was helpless against this. Only for you. Let's eat before the food gets cold. The two went back to the blanket. Naruto was not so irked at eating himself now, as he had first been when Hinata had made rice balls in the shape of his face. After talking pleasantly for about 2 hours after that, they packed up and went back to his house for dinner. Hinata would eat there tonight. As Jiraiya had said, Tsunade was at his house. She called him into a private sitting room, telling Hinata that this would be for his ears only as of yet. I'll make this brief. Do you still want to be the Hokage? Of course, Tsunade-sama. I will always want to be the Hokage. Good. You see, they want the next Hokage to be clear should something happen to me. To avoid a situation like that which ended in me becoming Hokage. I need to find an apprentice. You've changed so much in the last 2.5 years. You've become wiser, more prudent, stronger in every sense of the word. I said I wanted you as my trainee for the position. And they agreed. Only a few were against it, Danzo being the main one. It'll be a while before you complete your training. But I want to make you the next Hokage. Naruto was speechless at this. Me. They really agreed that I should be the 6th Hokage. Tsunade nodded. There's no better person for the job. I'll train you up. When I and the council feel you're ready, we'll become co-Hokages for a short time, until you're confident. Then I'll step down and it'll be all you. Of course I'll still be there should you need me. What do you say? Tsunade suddenly realized Naruto was nearly in tears. She knew it had been his dream ever since he had started the academy. But that was a long time ago and he surely hadn't expected it to happen this fast. If you agree to become my student, we'll begin to train you after your wedding. Be proud of yourself. To even be considered for this is an honor. You're the first on my list to talk to. Naruto let one tear fall before answering. Tsunade-sama, I accept. Tsunade clapped him on the shoulder. Good man. Come here. They walked out to the main room where everyone was. Everyone, I have an announcement to make. Everyone turned to look at them. Naruto is now my apprentice. Shinobu laughed. Don't you already have an apprentice? Naruto will be such a lousy medical ninja. Shinobu laughed. Tsunade only smiled. I won't be training him to be a medical ninja. I know he would be lousy at it. It's also not his thing. I'll be training him to become the 6th Hokage. He's earned it. Hinata, be proud of your fiancé. We'll announce it tomorrow. For now, I think a celebration is in order. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.